Okay, we think we're okay, and so let's pick up where we left off. The question was, has a Texas company been scamming a New Mexico school district and the taxpayers? A lot of people are now asking that question, and you may too after this Tim Maestas special assignment.
The numbers just didn't make sense, so the superintendent took a closer look.
This price that they're charging us, appropriate.
A Texas company called Decision Tree maintained computer networks and internet connections at TRC public schools for the last 5 years. But early this year, the company did something that raised a red flag for Superintendent Tom Burris. Decision Tree sent the school district a proposal for a $184,000 contract. It's a 41% increase over the year before and more than double the amount from the year before that.
I sent them a request for information about different charges and what had happened within our school district, and at that time they decided to retain a law firm in El Paso and to not answer the questions. District sheriff.
Burris became so suspicious, he contacted State Auditor Hector Valderas.
I think the district at some point was just too casual, and maybe they were intimidated because these services were so technical, but they did do the right thing in notifying us.
Valderas first referred TRC to an outside agency, which conducted an exhaustive analysis of Decision Tree's dealings with the district. Among the findings, the district failed in the competitive bidding process, sometimes choosing Decision Tree over other companies who would have charged less. The analysis also found the company charged exorbitant fees. The final contract proposal had Decision Tree charging a $55 fee to ensure maintenance on each of the district's hundreds of computer jacks. Other companies would have charged as little as $2.50 for each computer jack.
We're still in the investigation phase of this whole thing.
According to the superintendent, the district's former IT director was responsible for securing the contracts for the computer system maintenance program. And what have you guys determined?
Well, I don't know that there was any inside information that was given during the RFP process. I couldn't either affirm or deny that.
The investigation continues to see if any laws were broken, but federal authorities have already been notified because it was their money that appears to have been wasted. Most of the money came from a Federal Communications Commission program called E-Rate, federal dollars to help ensure students in poverty-stricken areas have access to computer and internet service.
The next
Superintendent Tom Burris says the poverty rate in TRC is high enough to qualify for the maximum amount of funding from E-Rate, 90% of its computer system maintenance costs.
It's really good for school districts. It really helps out in our budgets.
He does not think the district will lose E-Rate funding, but he does worry TRC might have to pay some of the money back if it's found the district did something wrong. Districts still do business with Decision Tree?
We do not do business with Decision Tree. We are in a process of severing that agreement.
Meanwhile, the state auditor is taking further action. He's referred the case to the Inspector General of the FCC.
You know, on its face, I am concerned about the amount of money that was funded through these services, and I am concerned that there might have been a lack of internal controls or a potential conflict of interest.
Tim Maestas, KRQE News 13.
What does Decision Tree say? Well, they did not respond to our request for a comment. TRC superintendent says federal investigators have given him 2 weeks to send them 5 years worth of paperwork about the district's dealings with Decision.